I don't know who said this. I just wrote down the quote. I didn't. Art is turning the mechanical into the miraculous. And I think that's Hairu. I think that's not only, the art of what we define as artwork versus life work. I think that business of yesterday we were talking about straw into gold. It's sort of the same thing. Taking the stuff of life, the raw material, and maybe not even turning it, but revealing the miraculous in the mechanical or in the mundane. That's what we have a lot of, apparent mundane routine and so forth. It's the yoga of the householder. It's how do I work toward having everything I do be mindful and joyous and an attempt to connect the mechanical into the miraculous. And we lose joy often in the mechanical. The mundane isn't a lot of fun, but if it can be infused with a moment-to-moment sense of, this is my life unfolding. This is my art. This is me and the universe in a kind of co-creation. Tra-la-la. I hope you're doing well. I almost turned us off. Okay, let's see if we can get a read out of this before we turn it off. What's the miraculous for us today in our daily life, in what otherwise might be mechanical, unless we bring to it that joy and spontaneity, or even that, sadness, but realness. Being real is being anything but mechanical. Yeah, tower. Wow. That's a big emotional shakeup that changes everything. And that might look like, at first, a disaster. But it's turning something into the miraculous. It might be that the mechanical life, that just, I'll do it this way, I could do it in my sleep, this is the way we've always done it, is by some event just obliterated. And the miracle might be that this opens us up to life. The old paradigm is just kaput. And we're liberated. Each character here has a different reaction to this tower. And that might be true. Like this tower may affect more than you. It may affect your friend group or your family, or one person's praying, one person's like either saying, "Oi, all is lost," or maybe the miracle is here, we're liberated. One person looks indifferent. So not everybody perceives the miracle as a miracle, because it changes everything. Three of Wands. Open to the new thing that's coming in. Wands are directional. This is sort of the prayer answered. If Two of Wands is like, which way do I go? This is sort of like the answer coming in the form of other people. What ships are coming in? This is a welcoming the Tower energy with curiosity. You know, once this thing comes down, what does my future hold? Because it's different now. Seven of Wands. Sometimes this is a blocking energy, but here I see it as higher ground. You know, here are all these other wands, you know, below. And now you've got the higher ground, almost so that you can see what's coming in. That's new, that's fresh, that's creative. We've lost the old paradigm, and it can feel very unsettling until we realize it opens the gateway. Page of Cups, a message of love. You know, this big emotional shakeup. We get this all the time. Big emotional shakeup. And what comes in is a small message. It's almost like the envelope, I'm getting the image of the envelope slipped under the door. Something you almost might not see because it slipped under the door. But look what's behind it. Ten of Cups. Great happiness and fulfillment. I mean, joy and the place where you're loved and you can love, where you're in the embrace of the people around you. You hold space for them, they hold space for you. In the heart space. Eight of Coins. It's the result of work that you've done, all of you, in 3D. You've created this opportunity, these opportunities, all these pentacles. It's almost like some work that you did. This is almost like the mechanical. You know, this person is pumping out these pentacles, almost like a factory, because they all appear to be the same. I don't think they are the same, but it's the work of turning that mechanical energy, everyday life, the yoga of the householder, being able to see it turn into the miraculous. Being able to see the change because you're looking at it from, you know, higher ground, some kind of higher perspective, almost like the star energy. On Page of Cups, High Priestess. That's another big water energy. The energy of Cancer and Libra. You know, the mystical vision, the miraculous. Divine feminine energy. You know, I can do it. I can see it. I can feel it vibrationally. I can't explain it to you. Okay. I can't explain perhaps the miracle of turning the page into the Ten of Cups. Some message slipped under the door, and you can feel it coming, I think. Divine feminine. But I think it's going to look at first like a small message. Again and again. Okay. Eight of Coins, lovers. That's kind of the mechanical into the miraculous. And I think part of the meaning is you don't have to jump out of your own life to make this happen. You just go on with life in your everyday life. And then this blessing of the connection comes in. And if you can see, the angel is tapping Divine Feminine on the head. So this message, I think, not only comes from another person, it comes from your own heart, and it comes from the universe. It's almost like a tapping you, almost like a tag you're it kind of situation. Lovers is choice. Tag, you're it. You're the one. And on Tower, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Coins. That's the new beginning in 3D. The new opportunity. You know, somebody turned the miraculous, the mundane into the miraculous. And there's this gift after everything is taken down. I mean, that was the prerequisite to this new opportunity, to this manifestation, to something coming into you. You may be the miracle in somebody else's life. You may have changed their life. They want to rebuild something with you, perhaps. They may have manifested you. They can't believe that you're here or that they deserve this. It's a big deal, lovers. It's choosing and being chosen. And it's taken apparently a long time. 8 years. This shuffle is interminable. Okay, worth the wait. Indeed. Bottom of the deck, star card. The dream come true. Being able to see it. That Aquarian, Gemini energy of clarity. On Seven of Wands, being able to see it. Empress. I think they had to demolish whatever was mechanical in their lives, some kind of I'll punch the time clock business, in order to get to this new opportunity in 3D, earth energy, to be able to see it coming. You know, they almost had to climb up high, away from the influences of these, you know, away from the hoi polloi, the agitation of a bunch of people who aren't involved. To see it, Divine Feminine. To see you, to see the opportunity with you. To make the space in their everyday mechanical life for this miracle. Divine Feminine twice here. In the clarifier position, and I think in a way that means now they get it. The yin to my yang, my other half, my twin. But it's not about, you know, living somewhere outside of life. It's not just up in the head, sword energy. It partakes of earth energy. Like we're all born out of the earth. You know, we're walking, there's no other raw material but the material that's here. And it's sort of like, whew, The Spirit breathes life into it. It's the animating principle. On Three of Wands, Ten of Swords, something really had to end, that tower business, for the new opportunity to come in, for there to be a future. It's almost like this stuff had to get out of the way. Stop obstructing the vision, the sword energy, the ability to understand it or believe in this. Something else had to, like down in front kind of energy. Let me see what's there on the other side of this. What's there in 3D, present, tangible. Let me get above this bullshit to be able to see the full potential, the abundance of divine feminine, this kind of abundance. They both have the baby image. New life. Life, earth energy, new life. Something being born and created, new. Art is turning the mechanical into the miraculous. Keep practicing the craft. Keep living your authentic everyday life, and it will, you'll spin straw into gold. This is about Star card. If the message is the envelope under the door about love, a love message slipped under the door, this is the sort of the delivery system, the Knight card, the action taker. And I think they're going to show up to talk about, the importance of this connection to them. It's 10 of Cups. It's that kind of connection. And they can see it now. They know it's sort of their destiny. Their guides are like in their ear saying, can't you see it? We're going to illuminate it for you. Next up, Emperor. Divine masculine. So we have both the masculine and the feminine and the forward movement of the two in accord, in emotional accord. Like we feel for each other. Now we can see it. Down in front, now we can see it. 10 of Cups, this kind of potential. The full Monty. The naked truth. The naked truth. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is great clarity. It's like the ability to cut away all that's not true so you can see what's true. You take away the beliefs that are outmoded, the way of communicating that just doesn't get you there anymore. It doesn't get you there anymore. You got to get out of that situation. Somebody does, in order to access this golden opportunity. See, there's the portal in the background. You've got to walk through it. And I'm hearing you got to walk that lonesome valley. I mean, the post-tower era can be, you have to step over the rubble. This is in service of the higher good. It's the gift from the universe. Ace of Pentacles. the new beginning, the chance to rebuild. Tower, the footing wasn't stable. This is stability. If you take that opportunity, you can make it Pentacles energy. You can make it stable and real. You can make it. That's the work. Stable, real, and at the same time, miraculous. Divine Masculine is taking control and moving. He's like driving the chariot. In balance now. He knows where to go because he's taking he's reading the celestial map that shows him the star marks a spot, right? The spot of rebirth. 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 The new thing in 3D. There will be a conversation around this. There has to be. To get back in the flow, got to be communication. And this is the one I said in another reading. They go back and forth in an obvious way. You can see it on the card. This is back and forth. Some of them are going this way, you know. Some of them are incoming, some of them are outgoing. It's an energy exchange. It goes both ways. That's what Queen of Swords is looking for, and won't settle for less, because Queen of Swords doesn't settle. She doesn't settle. She has boundaries. She knows shit from Shinola, and she only accepts growth. The full Monty. The naked truth. That's what the conversation will be about, revealing the naked truth. And I think it might happen, you know, on the next holiday. A chance for reunion. And I think that is technically in this part of the world, it's Labor Day. Labor Day, the work. But it's part of the turning the mechanical into the miraculous is accepting or celebrating rather the joy of connection. It's like here we are now in real time, able to meet up. To be guided to this place, to see the map, you know, in emotional balance with at least one person. Probably it affects your every connection in your life. This may be a reunion of like a family reunion, because this can speak to family or place, like a homecoming. Queen of Swords is I'm getting like vetting somebody. I'll talk to you and I'll see what you're all about. You know, how creative and spontaneous and real are you? Because I know my truth. Do you know your truth? It's a little bit like that. And yeah, Divine Masculine does. We have Emperor, Empress moving forward in emotional accord, like in emotional harmony. It has that resonance of a chord, where all the notes, each one complements the other. In accord. All right, it's looking good. Maybe by this fall, maybe by Labor Day. That seems like a long time, but there's still some work to do to make it real. Somebody still has to kind of earn this. I mean, pentacles can speak to money or value, Eight of Coins. But it's like earning this kind of relationship by what you do in 3D, by turning the mechanical into the miraculous. And that's no small ask. It takes continual effort and investment. And it's also the work on being responsive. Like it's not the same old conversation. It's something new and inspired that leads us in a new direction, Wands energy, in a new direction based on this kind of override, the celestial map. I think Divine Masculine has the map now, how to navigate, their way back to their person. They had to change everything. They had to put an ending. Yeah, I've said it again and again. And we've gotten this reading again and again. It could be in Lionsgate. There's a strong fire energy of Emperor, of taking the reins, Emperor Chariot, because now they have the map, they have the light, they have the enlightenment. I think you're holding space for them. And in they come, Knight of Swords, taking action to speak the truth. They know you're Queen of Swords. Come in true or don't come in. They've got a little bit more work to do. Maybe 3 weeks more. Something that brings us into Virgo time. Like there's 3 weeks and then there's a bump. And then we can start rebuilding. 3 weeks and a bump. Like a hit me like a bump. To urge us on, to urge them on, to urge the connection forward. Chariot. Next time, you guys. Love you. See you later.